Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to Mars Glow. So today we're going to be doing something totally different and so spontaneous. I feel like the word for 2021 is spontaneity for me because clearly I've been doing such different types of content. You guys, my camera is still not back, but I've just said I'm not going to stress. It'll come back when it's going to come back, and then yeah, we'll go back to making beauty videos as well. But for now, I'm just going to go with the flow and make the kind of content that I just feel like making. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Like, I watch mukbang videos quite often, not that much, but I really enjoy watching them. And I don't know, it's so weird. Like, I like seeing people eat and talk at the same time. I don't know if you guys enjoy such types of content. Please let me know. But for today, we're going to be eating and chatting about something that I've been thinking about lately, especially the past few weeks. And I was just like, you know what? Why don't I talk with you guys as we have something to eat? And I just share with you this thing that I've really been thinking about. So first, the food, and I'm actually having some chicken pilau today from Mapenzi Swahili restaurant. Oh my gosh, you guys. So my friend, my really good friend, actually introduced me to this cloud kitchen. So they don't really have like a physical restaurant per se, they just cook and then it's delivered. And she introduced me to this restaurant and I am so obsessed and hooked on it. Like, it's authentic, tasty, delicious, like fragrant Swahili food. It's very heartwarming. It's the kind of food you eat when you're in the house, you're just at home, and it just warms your heart. Like, it's so amazing. And my favorite meal from them is their chicken pilau. And usually when I get food, like when I order food, I like to lay it out on a plate. I don't know, I'm just one of those people who, like, I'll order a burger, fries, and then I'll take it out of its packaging and actually put it on a plate. I don't know, that's just my habit. That's just something I do. But for today, I'm just going to be having this in its container because one thing I really like about this restaurant is the fact that the food comes hot. Like, it comes like it's just left the kitchen immediately and straight onto your table. So that's why we're going to be eating it this way, and highly recommend. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a link to their page on Uber Eats because that's how I order it. Otherwise, let's get into it. Oh my god. I was so hungry and I was just dreaming about food. I also have some lemon water with me because we don't play games with pilau and start choking on it. But it's so good. And the thing about this restaurant is, like, they're so consistent with their standards. Like, every time the food is good, it's warm, rather it's hot, it's fresh. 10 out of 10. So lately I've just been thinking about, learning how to accept myself and be more myself. And I mean, this topic can be approached from so many different angles, but I want to talk about it as far as it pertains to, like, my personality and also my interests as well. So if I was to, like, briefly describe myself, I'd say I'm pretty introverted. I am definitely 110% an introvert. And I guess you can also say that I'm a bit reserved. Yeah, I feel like that's how I would, you know, in a nutshell, describe my personality. So let's go way, way back to, when I was younger and growing up. And, people used to say that I was really quiet. Like, if you're an introvert, do you get those annoying, I know people don't mean to be annoying, but those kind of annoying comments like, you're so quiet, umenyamaza. And it's just like, yes, I am quiet. Quiet people exist. And it was just something that, I got used to because I'm generally a quiet person. And growing up over the years, I've noticed that society in general, not just social media, but society in general, and anyway, it's society that actively participates on social media, that society generally awards or celebrates extroverts for just being extroverts. And there's nothing wrong with being extroverted. I'm just saying that I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I'm just going to share my own experience. If you're introverted, it's like society tries to mold you to be an extroverted person. And as much as, yes, it's good to learn certain traits like how to socialize with people, though of course you can still be introverted and know how to socialize with people, whether it's things to do with public speaking, etc. Those are important skills to have. But I've noticed for myself, like, there's been this push towards me being this fake extroverted self that I'm not. So let me give you examples. Growing up, particularly let me talk about first primary school and secondary school as well. I just remember like the most popular or the most liked people were actually people who are extroverted. And there's that human thing inside you. There's that natural tendency to want people to either like you or to want people to validate you in some sort of way, or even just hang out with you. And I just remember noticing that throughout my schooling years. If we go into the things that affected me and made me feel more afraid to be myself, my introverted, reserved self. So it's layered. I'd say it happens through either the people you're around, so relatives and friends, and then we also have the general society. So let me start here with relatives and friends. And the people I used to hang out with, or the friend group I used to hang out with growing up, most of them, I'd say they were either ambiverted or extroverted. And I just remember feeling like my introverted self was problematic in the sense that there was no space for me to be me. So I was those kids who used to like reading the encyclopedia, you guys. I used to be obsessed with encyclopedias. Like, I used to borrow them from friends. I used to go to the school library in primary school and just read. Like, actually remember the name of the librarian in our primary school. Oh, she was called Millicent, and she was so sweet. And I just used to love reading, from encyclopedias to fiction books to everything in between. I feel like that's something I've left or I've put aside. I feel like I was scarred by 844 because when I think of books, I just think of exams and cramming and pressure. And I want to go back to my younger self where I actually used to enjoy doing these things. So I used to like reading encyclopedias. I used to love, oh my god, love till now watching like animal documentaries. I used to be so obsessed with this what's this show called? Big Cat Diary. I don't know if you guys have heard of this show, but there was this show called Big Cat Diary. It was like an animal documentary documenting the big cats in the Mara, and I used to be so into it. I enjoyed watching it so much. And I remember among the friend group, or within the friend group that I hang out with, like sometimes some comments would be thrown like, ah, that's so weird, why are you watching Big Cat Diary, you know. So there was this push towards being into what's in, basically like embracing pop culture, and everything outside of that is, you know, not deemed fit, if that makes any sense. So what was cool back in the day, I don't know, inside a magazine, the Beat, and it's not that I didn't like these things, it's just I liked other things more. And I just remember there were specific comments that were made, or there were specific indirect forms of communication, like, ah, you're so strange, why are you into that and not into this, which is popular in pop culture. And so certain things like that really made me kind of want to go back into my shell. And also in high school, still I like the same things, reading, and I feel like my personality was still the same. I was still introverted and reserved. And I just remember as well this push towards me becoming this fake extroverted self. Like I remember one of the girls in the friend group that I used to hang out with growing up being like, you should be more out there. And as much as I understand all of these comments were not made with ill intention, but it's like she was saying I should change myself to become this fake loud personality that I'm really not at all. And it's because she is like that. She's very out there, and you know, that's good for her. I also want to make sure that, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a loud extroverted personality. I'm just pointing to the fact that it's okay to, you know, accept other people's differences. And I just felt like there was no space for me in that. So fast forward into uni, and I wouldn't say I became more extroverted in uni, I just became more confident. So you can still be introverted, but you know, you're more confident. So let me take a bite of my pilau, then we'll get into that. So where were we? Uni. So in uni, I definitely feel like I became more confident. I slightly, you know, stepped out of my shell. And I also met other people who were equally as extroverted, just like I did equally as introverted, sorry. Just like I did in primary school and high school, I did meet other people who had the same personality types, which was really good. And also I'm very pro like having friends and having acquaintances of all different types of personality types. I think it's really important to hang out with people who are different as well, and also accept them and create space for them in whatever ways they want to express themselves. So I also, you know, met an amazing group of friends in uni. I love them so much. And I did feel a sense of I can still be myself and we can still hang out. Like I don't have to be this fake self. So for example, I still liked reading. I used to take other types of general classes that I didn't need to take them, but I was like, oh, this class looks really interesting. And by the way, those classes are some of my favorite classes. And I just used to take up the class and I'd meet other people. I was also very open to meeting other people and just learning from them as well. So I had so much fun with that. And I also felt like there was space for me to do the things that I like with my friends as well. So I guess this feeds into later after uni, but also like things like hiking, because oh my god, I really like hiking. It's been a minute. I think the only time I've been hiking, I don't know if you can call it hiking, is just taking a walk to Karura Forest, which I've done with my really good friend the past few months. And it's been so refreshing because I've been in the house and cabin fever, so it's been so nice to just get out. I really like nature. I also enjoyed rock climbing, indoor rock climbing. And I just remember there was a time I, shared this with this group of friends that I grew up with. So they were really into like clubbing and, going out to restaurants and stuff, which is okay. And sometimes I went with them. Though I'm not big on clubbing, but, it was also fun. And I remember I brought up rock climbing at some point, or hiking, and I remember one of like my friends being like, you're so weird, why would you like that? And even like flowers, you guys, I love flowers. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with flowers. If you want to send me flowers, please message me. I love flowers. And I remember I used to buy flowers as well. I think this was still in uni. And I also got that comment like, why do you like flowers? Like, that's so weird. And I just used to be like, like, it's okay for me to like different things, but those comments over time actually like seeped into my psyche. And it's like I started being ashamed of the things that I like. So it's only recently that I've started unpacking those things and being like, you know what, even if someone said XYZ is strange, but I enjoy it, it brings me joy, I'm going to do it. Because why not do the things that actually bring you joy? And even with music choices. So this is a traumatic experience. My music taste is very, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm very open when it comes to my music choices. Like, I can even listen to music from another part of the world or the continent where I don't understand the music, the language, but if the beat vibes, if the energy of the song vibes with me, like, I'm here for it. So I remember with one of these friends who I grew up with, we were leaving work. So this is post uni. So I left work and I was picking her on my way. And then on the way, like, I even remember exactly where this was. We were listening to Capital FM and Just a Band song. You guys, I am so obsessed with Just a Band. Like, I love Just a Band. Like, all their albums, Scratch to Reveal, 82, which is my favorite album from them. Sorry for the Delay. Like, I love all their pieces of art because, like, their songs are just art. And one of their songs started playing and I was like, oh my god. So I was turning up like the volume to listen to the song, and then she was like, gosh, these are the songs you like, you're so weird. And I just remember being like, what? Like, first of all, in my head I was like, this is Just a Band. And as much as all these comments were not said with any ill intent, because at the end of the day, these are really good people, but these comments eventually started affecting me. And so I also noticed I never used to play certain music around a certain group of friends because I didn't want to get judged. And also I felt like I could only do certain activities with a certain group of friends because I wouldn't get judged. It would just be like, hey, let's do this. I think this is cool. This is interesting. This is new. Let's do this. And they'd be like, yeah, oh my gosh, what's this? Compared to getting the dismissive comments. And so, that's just something I've been working through. And also, the comments on my personality type and stuff, those are things I've really just been unpacking and unlearning and just coming to accept myself and just be more myself. And yeah, I feel like I haven't touched on something else, which is the society. Whew, this one is a long one, so let me take a few more bites of my food and then I'll come back. So society / pop culture. I feel like I'm going to tie this to social media as well, because social media is society. It's just a virtual version, if that makes any sense. Like, it's it's a group of people, which is a society, who are on there and actually interact and engage with others. So I'm going to talk about this mainly, in recent times. And anyway, I don't think I was that active on social media in high school and primary school. But something I've noticed, and that I actually touched on in a previous random thoughts video, my intuition video, has to do with the expectations that are put on just us as human beings in general. But I'm going to specifically talk about the expectations that are put on young African women. So what is trendy right now, or what I've noticed, this is just my personal opinion, is being loud, being sassy. And when I say loud, not in a negative way, just like in an out there way, being sassy. Even there are certain words or phrases that are used that are popular. Dressing a certain type of way, presenting yourself in a certain type of way, and also listening to certain types of music. Oh my god. What else have I noticed? I feel like that's what I've noticed, especially on social media. If you're a content creator like myself, I think you know what I'm saying. And the thing is, these are those unsaid things that we just notice but we never really talk about. And I'm all here for anyone being themselves and doing what they want and being free, and not being policed or shamed at all, for sure. Probably there are a lot of African girls or black girls who feel the same, that I have to present myself this way on social media. And why am I saying have to? If you're a creator, you know the importance of followers and likes and engagement. So basically your audience and engagement. And if you look at certain accounts and you see that they do XYZ and they have all these followers and all this engagement, and of course as a creator you also want to grow your audience and your engagement, so you'll feel like you'll also have to adopt the ways in which they present themselves, or the ways in which they talk, or the places they hang out as well, all those things. So it's like, if you want to get to a certain point in your career as a content creator, if you want to grow fast, if you want to get here, then it means you need to be this way, that way, that way, that way. You need to dress this way, you need to hang out here, you need to talk like this. And it's not that there's a rule book anywhere on that. It's just, if you see a certain template and it seems to be working, you'll feel, I don't know if I should say inclined or pressure to be like that. And so this is just, again, my personal opinion, guys. I hope no one feels like I'm attacking them or saying anything that is to put anyone else down. No. I'm just sharing my personal experience. So I do feel like I need to stop being myself in certain ways to grow in a certain degree as a content creator. I don't know if you guys feel that way. If you're a fellow content creator, please comment down below and share with us if you feel the same way. And it's something I've really been thinking about lately. And recently I had a chat with a friend, and she was telling me how she's been learning how to be more herself, and allow her personality to shine through, especially with the people around her. And that's something I also sat down and thought about, and I was like, okay, I want to go back to that me who liked all these things and who wants to express herself in a certain way and doesn't feel forced to be this way so that they can be accepted. Unfortunately, it's all about what's trending, and that's the thing. Pop culture is all about what's trending. So I completely understand when people, should I say, put on a mask or wear a personality that's not them to get by, because it's real. Like, people are trying to pay their bills, people are trying to feel accepted and be validated. So I totally like empathize and understand where that's coming from, because I'm human. Like, I feel those things too. But this year I just really want to go back into that hiker African music. I don't know, just that, the me that I know that I am, and embrace it fully. Guys, it's not easy. It's not easy. And you know how people say just be yourself, but the thing is, being yourself is actually a risk in a sense, because you may not be liked. So I understand how some people reason when they're like, let me be personality X, which I am not, but there's a guarantee that I'll be liked, versus being my true self, and there's a risk that, you know, either I won't be accepted, or maybe you won't even get a certain job, or, you know, etc. So like, I totally understand where that's coming from, but I hope, you know, you can challenge yourself, as I am doing myself as well, to just to sit down and actually think about who you are, and what you like, and what your interests are, and how you express yourself, and how you want to show up, either if it's offline or online, how you're comfortable being. So yeah, I just wanted to say that I feel like I've done way more talking than eating. I still have quite a bit on my plate. I don't know if it was much of a mukbang as it was just sit down video, but yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I've just been feeling like going with the flow, not stressing too much about stuff, and yeah, just living my life as best as I can right now. So please share with me, you guys, what you think in the comment section. Have I said something that you totally relate to? Have I said something that you disagree with and you'd like to share with me your perspective? Feel free to comment down below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.